Hi folks, this is week 15 with Sophie and Everest, and this is what we've been waiting for. Babies eating on their own. And oh, look at that. They're both sitting there eating, but then she saw me do this camera thing, so see, this is the part of weaning that gets kind of funny, because you have to be really hands-off. And she's eating, but now that she sees me like within a few feet of her cage, she's, I'm assuming that was Sophie that walked away first and Everest just followed. And now she sees me. So, well, I mean, that's... I don't know. I'm just going to walk away for a couple minutes. Let's see if they go. I doubt if they'll go back to it, because once they walk away, they're going to sit up there. They got the perch up there. They got the toy at the end. And she's concentrating on me, but I don't know. I'm going to walk away for a couple minutes. Let's watch them. Well, folks, I'm going to leave the camera here a little closer to them. I think that's what interrupted them, is when I walked over with the camera. I'm about 6 feet away from the cage, and then they just took too much attention to me. So we'll try it again, but that's what we're shooting for. This is the first part of the day. And I'm trying to, they got fresh food mix of apples, oranges, mixed vegetables, and sweet potato. And then they've got a bowl of Pretty Bird Daily Select. And then I also use a seed mix, ABBA 1500, which is a pretty nice seed mix. I like it. And I've been using it for a long time. And then I also do get nuts, but they're not really ready for nuts and stuff yet. They're not that much in tune with really eating. You know, they're just kind of nibbling away at their food, and And they're pretty hungry by the time I feed them, so, but I let them go through the day, and now I'm feeding them once in the early to mid-evening, you know, and then, which I just started in the last couple of days, so, well, let's see how we'll see how they fare on that kind of schedule. You can see the cage. They have plenty of room to flap, to fly around, to, well, not actually fly, I guess. They're not really flying out of there, but it's basically 4 feet tall, 4 feet wide, 3 feet deep, and that's 1 by 1 wire, and it's basically just all put together in wire, and then I screw the front on, and there's actually, you can see there's wire, of course, covering most of the wood, and they have enough other wood to really mess with. So now some of the cages that I have downstairs for my macaws, that wooden framework I actually made out of 1-inch aluminum, and that works really well too, but it was more expensive, so I thought just for some, these were supposed to just be temporary cages, right? So just for holding cages. I had a bunch of birds up here that I was foster caring some macaws, some baby macaws for a friend, and I just needed more room, and I had these, so I built these up. They're not really supposed to be permanent cages, but they actually would work fine as a permanent cage. You know, just kind of depends. You know, if they did chew up the wood in the front, which they just don't. They have a lot of other things to do, so they don't worry about that. So it's kind of a interesting little design. Basically, you put it all together with wire, and then just that you build the front with the doors, and just kind of slide that in and screw it in at the top. It's pretty handy. I don't really want, you know, I don't want to make a video on building cages, but just letting you know how I did it. You know, everybody's got their own thoughts on that. But you can see that they do look pretty nice. I still, even though I'm just doing a quickie, I don't want it to look like a piece of junk either. So it's kind of how I am. So anyways, well, that's it for today, folks. We're going to leave them alone, and hopefully they'll go back to their food. They will once I get out of here. And, it might be in another half an hour, an hour, or something like that. So, so anyways, folks, thanks for listening, and thanks for watching.